Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about Torghast, and more specifically the cosmetic rewards that you'll be getting from the endless version of Torghast. But before we get into all of that, guys, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out streaming the Shadowlands beta and pre-patch every single day, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. Right, so Torghast, one of the key features of Shadowlands, the tower in the moor owned by the jailer. It is a great gameplay system. I really enjoy Torghast. I've been doing it a lot on stream, obviously getting footage for this video and also doing a bit of research for this video as well. It's great. I honestly really enjoy it. Will I eat my words in 6 months' time? I don't really know, but we'll see what happens, right? So today we're going to talk about the Twisted Corridors. Now this is the endless version of Torghast. Now there are different versions of Torghast which I will go through in another video, but essentially the Twisted Corridors is the endless version of Torghast. Now it's not actually endless, it's actually 144 floors split into 8 layers, each layer being 18 floors, and as you can see here with the UI, very nicely done. You can kind of jump layers. Once you've done the previous layer, you can jump into the next layer, and obviously it gets progressively harder as you go through. Now one thing they did mention a lot is that the Twisted Corridors will have some rewards from it, some cosmetic rewards. Now with the Twisted Corridors, it won't be involved in your like weekly progression or anything like that. The endless version is simply just there for you to have a bit of fun and go through Torghast as much as you like. There is no limit to how much you can go through the Twisted Corridors, which is really cool. Now, the rewards. So let's talk about what you can get from doing this, and that's what this video is all about. So, layer 1 of the Twisted Corridors, you get nothing. You get nothing from those 18 floors, but you do unlock the second layer. Now, once you've done the 18 floors of the second layer, you will unlock a pet, and this pet is called the Death Seeker, and it looks like this. It's a pretty cool little pet. Obviously, you see these things around the mall all the time. They're just like floating eyes, and they're really cool, actually, and yeah, it's the Death Seeker pet. That's what you get from Layer 2. Now, I was doing this on a character that's pretty well geared on the beta, so Layer 2 wasn't too difficult. I think once you're a fresh character, maybe it'll be a little bit harder, but because my gear was pretty good, I kind of smashed through that. So after Layer 2, obviously Layer 3, and nothing is rewarded from that, unfortunately, but for completing the 18 floors of Layer 4, you do get a toy, and this is called the Helm of the Dominated. Now what this toy does is transform you into something from the moor, which is actually really cool, and has a 1 hour cooldown and lasts 10 minutes, and it has a ton of different appearances which you can turn into different kind of moor creatures. They all use the rigging from the Cold Tyrant, so if you do want to dance with it, you will be doing the Cold Tyrant dance, and the animations are exactly the same as a Cold Tyrant, as you'd imagine. A pretty great toy, honestly. There are 9 different appearances which it can choose from, and it's pretty random in regards to the one that you get every time you click it. But as I said, Cold Tyrant animation, if you want to run around as a moor sworn character, you can do that for 10 minutes in every hour, which is kind of nice. So as you progress into Layer 5, there's no rewards from that, unfortunately. Then Layer 6, you get a title, and the title is Spire Stalker. Yeah, Spire Stalker, and then your name. So that's really cool. It's a nice little title there. I wouldn't personally use it, but it's nice to have another title there. Maybe you've got like a cool name which goes with it quite nicely. But Spire Stalker will be the reward from Layer 6 of Torghast. Now the penultimate layer, Layer 7, rewards nothing, unfortunately, and then Layer 8 is the best reward of all, and that is, of course, a mount. Now this mount is called the Corridor Creeper, and it looks like this. It is a very cool looking mount. It uses the bear rigging, so it just kind of runs around exactly the same as a bear, has the same like animations as a bear and all that kind of stuff. Obviously pretty see-through. We actually did a video looking at these mounts first when they were data mined, but yeah, the Corridor Creeper is a pretty great mount, and what makes this mount super unique and super awesome is the fact that you can actually use this in the moor. This is one of the few mounts which are actually able to mount up in the moor, and trust me, I've been in the moor enough to know that that is a massive advantage in your gameplay. It just helps so much to be able to mount. Currently in the moor, you can kind of GTA some of the other corridor creepers or some of the other kind of shade hounds from the NPCs there. You just kind of steal them. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I do like that system. But yeah, if you actually do want to use a mount that you own in the moor, you can jump on the corridor creeper, and yeah, that's a pretty unique usage for this mount. But getting to Layer 8 and finishing the 18 floors, basically that's your 9.0 content. That is essentially the kind of unlimited version of Torghast done once you've done Layer 8. Now, Obviously, you'd imagine as they progress through the patches, they're going to add more stuff to it. And honestly, that's the rewards. That's 4 different things you can get from the Twisted Corridors. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think the rewards are that great, honestly. I really do think that inside of Torghast should drop like items and mounts and stuff like that from rare spawns in there. There are rare spawns in Torghast. Obviously, they're randomly generated, but yeah, there are rare spawns inside Torghast. So no armor sets either, which is a little bit disappointing, or any sort of armor. Obviously, I don't expect it to be like really good armor, I expect it to be cosmetic, but still, you know, give people some sort of rewards for doing that. I mean, the mount's cool, obviously you can mount in the mall, that's really cool. The toy's kind of nice, the pet is whatever, and the title is cool as well, but yeah, no rewards for layer 1, 3, 5, and 7, so maybe they're working on it. It is still beta after all, and they have delayed the expansion, so it is stuff they can still work on, but personally, I think I would love to see maybe some of those recolors of the legendary sets. There's, you know, what, 6 different recolors which are currently unused. Potentially we could see those later on down the line. They also designed a ton of more themed mounts, which do have some places right now. You have some from Mythic Plus, some from PvP, but there are also recolors of all of those mounts as well, which don't have a home right now. So potentially you could throw those into Torghast, maybe make them slightly less epic as the PvP or the PvE versions because they're quite hard to get, but still, like, simple, more mounts would be great. Mounts make people play the game, and I think just adding like a random chance of a mount inside Torghast will instantly make people play it way more, honestly. But as of right now, those are the rewards for the endless version of Torghast, which is also a really, really big pain to unlock. It's going to take you about a week of different daily quests to unlock the Twisted Corridors. I just did it on beta. It was quite long. I did Torghast a million times trying to do it, but yeah, it's a bit of a pain. But that's another video for another time. So once you unlock the Twisted Corridors, those are the 4 rewards you can currently obtain. Hopefully we see some more coming up in future beta patches or even future patches of the game. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is all of the cosmetic rewards you can obtain from the Twisted Corridors, the endless version of Torghast. Let me know down below what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are on these rewards. As I said, I gave my opinion. I think the mount is probably the best thing there. Obviously, being able to mount in the mall is a massive advantage to your gameplay. So yeah, let me know down below what you think of it. So before I go, guys, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. If you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And as I said, I am now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to check me out streaming the Shadowlands beta and pre-patch every single day, I'm doing Torghast, I'm doing all sorts of stuff, all sorts of research for videos as well. So if you want to check me out, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.